Hello. Can you hear me? Hi. I just want to make sure everyone can hear me. Hello. Okay, I'm just waiting on Fantasia's customs to log in so she can see me opening her gift. And then I'm going to show you some stuff I got from Soul Cookies and show you some rerouting tips and stuff. I'm sorry if I sound not too thrilled or anything like that. I think I've got the flu, so I'm not feeling all that great. But I promised that I would open this on screen, so I am excited. I just don't feel good, so I'm sorry if I sound kind of out of it. And I will be saving this for later, and I'll be posting it on YouTube. So for the YouTube people watching, I'm sorry because I have my phone upright instead of sideways, because for some reason it makes it go sideways on Instagram. It's all messed up. So thank you. He's like, get well soon. When are you gonna get on here? So how's everybody doing tonight? Well, I'll just get into it and show you guys some of the things I got from Soul Cookies Co. Dolly. She's on Instagram. As you can see, she made me this really cute sweater. I'm gonna take this doll's head off real quick. I just kind of wanted to have it sitting up somewhere. She made me this sweater. She made me a sweater, hat, and some leggings, but I can't show you because it's for a swap doll. But she made me a couple of hats and resin shoes, and I can't find them, and I really wanted to show them to you. So the next time I do a live stream, I'll have them. But this really cute hat from Monster High, and she makes resin eyes. I don't know if you can see that. It's a little spider on the inside. And she can do all sizes and custom orders and all types. This one's one of my favorite ones. Oops. Hello. And then she made me some steampunk ones. I don't know if you can see the little cogs on the inside, which I will probably, I don't know if I'll use for the steampunk swap, but I will definitely be using them in something. So hello everybody. And this one has, I wish you could see it better, it has little bats on the inside, so those will be fun for, Halloween. Hello. Okay, well, I'm just gonna open up her gift. She sent me, I had ordered some from Fantasia's Customs. I had ordered some, bought some stands and some doll shoes off of her. So she said that I'm supposed to open this on screen, so I am. And she sent me some peanut M&Ms, which I do love. So thank you very much. I put the box off screen because I didn't want to. It's big and I didn't want to have it blocking everything. So there's something wrapped in bubble wrap here. Hello. Those eyes are beautiful. I can't wait to see all the things you'll make out of them. Thank you. Yeah, she's got so many different eyes available in her Etsy shop. It's Tiella Nicole. It's capital Tiella and then capital Nicole. And she does, what is it? Okay, so she asked me what my favorite doll bases were. Very, very stealthy. Because I immediately asked why she was asking, but oh my gosh, this is gorgeous. She made me a little Christmas fawn, little deer. Oh, she is gorgeous. Oh, she's got a little tail. How cute is that? And I know just what picture she used as reference too, because she showed me, because I told her that I kind of loved, that I love, what's it called? Vintage 50s deer. And, yeah, so she made me this beautiful custom. I don't know if I can stand her up where you guys can see her or sit her down. Oh, I love that little tail. She is so cute. I feel like I'm not sounding very enthusiastic, but I swear it's just because I have the flu and I'm feeling pretty sick. So she is so pretty. Thank you so much. It looks like that's it. She sent me my stands, my shoes, and the dolls. So, but she made this gorgeous custom for me and sent me M&Ms, so she knows the way to a girl's heart. So give me dollies and chocolate and I'm good. So, hello. So while we're here, I guess she is really cute. Yeah, I love her a lot. And I'm a huge fan of lashes on dolls, and look how long they are. So, but that tail is so cute. Look at her little fuzzy butt. She's got fur on her hands and her tummy. I love her too. Hello. I'm just showing off this doll that Fantasia Customs on Instagram sent me, and I'll definitely take some pictures and link her so you can follow her account. She is so pretty. I love her. That's awesome. And she asked me about this, like, I don't know, earlier in the week. So, I mean, she really busted this out. And she did an amazing job, so. Oh, she posted a sneak peek, did she? I've been asleep all day long, trying not to, throw up or anything. And so I haven't seen anything online. Hello. Which, for those of you who have placed orders from me, I'm working on them all this weekend. I did get a bunch out this morning, and I'll be working all day tomorrow, probably till early into the night. Tiny shot of the fur. Oh, she gave a tiny shot of the fur like a day or so ago. Yeah, I'm following so many people that sometimes I miss it. I mean, I try to keep track of all you guys and see what you guys are posting, but sometimes I miss it, and by the time that I do see a live or like a story online, it's already gone. So what lovely lady have I got here? Fantasia Customs just asked me randomly out of the blue, what favorite bases I liked. And of course, suddenly I was like, why is she asking me? So she made me this custom just as a gift. I hope you feel better soon. Thank you. So she made me, and I told her that I loved like the vintage 50s deer. And so she made me this beautiful custom. So yeah, I didn't work on any orders today simply because if I'm feeling like this, I really don't want to like send along any germs to anybody. So hello. I'll show you guys again. So I mean, a lot of people are logging in to the chat, so you know I'm re-showing as it goes. So here's her beautiful face. Yeah, she did this in like just a few days, really, because I think it was just like a couple days ago that I asked her to buy some baits from her and some stands and shoes. So she did an amazing job for just that short amount of time. Said somebody was requesting to be a part of my live stream. Sorry, I'm an old lady. I don't know how to do that. So, but yeah, I promise you guys, I'm working very hard to get your orders out. Everything's just really been backed up, especially with recovering from surgery, and that's been bothering me. My knee's been bothering me quite a bit too. So, hello. So I am going to show you a couple quick tricks on how to do rerooting, because I know my friends Sarah and Mary mentioned that they hate rooting. So what I have here is a Gulia that was just like a practice doll, and her hair is monofiber, and it's 3 different shades. I was just kind of playing around. It's Victorian Rose, Lilac Bliss, and Lavender Ice, which I'll show here on screen separately here in a minute. Here. I really have to watch repeating words and saying too much, which is a very bad habit. So, okay, this is Victorian Rose. This is Lavender Ice. And this is Lilac Bliss, which the Victorian Rose and Lilac Bliss are really pretty ashy color. So I'm going to use a couple strands of the Lilac Bliss to put in her hair, or her head, because that is her hair. A few tips when you're first starting out rooting: if you notice that your needles are breaking a lot, it's mostly because your strands of hair are too thick. So what you want to do before you put the tool with the hair in the head, use just like a thumbtack and stick it in the hole to widen the hole a bit. Now after you take it out, the elasticity in the head is going to close real quick. Hi, you joined. Thank you so much. I love her, and I can't believe you turned it out so fast. Fatasia Customs, that's her. She just waved on the thing. So you guys definitely follow her. She made me this gorgeous girl. And I was telling everybody how you were not sneaky at all by asking. But yes, she's perfect. And I was saying, I know just what picture you referenced it off of. I love her. I love her tail. I love everything about her. Oh, Faye wouldn't go to sleep. She's being difficult, huh? Thank you so much. And thank you for the peanut M&Ms. Can't go wrong with those. So I noticed a lot of you, or not a lot of you, but a lot of people when they're rooting, they just kind of lay their hair out straight like this and just take little pieces as they go. And I would not recommend doing that because you get a lot of tangling from that. You get a lot of extra hair like kind of flying all over the place, and you get just a big mess. So what I suggest is you have like one of these bread ties to hold your hair, and you just section off a small piece of hair like this. You can do thicker, but I find it goes easier if you just do a little bit of hair at a time. So I'm going to wrap the other hair and put that to the side for when I need it. With this doll, I actually blended the hair, the three colors together, but just for the sake of showing you, I'm just going to use the one color. So I've got this, and I'm not going to lay it out on the thing, because now this method will let you be able to reroute anywhere. Like I can reroute in bed, I can reroute in the car. Like I've gone from Ohio to Chicago, which is like a 7-8 hour trip, and didn't have any mess or lost hair while I was driving. Well, I wasn't driving, I was in the passenger seat because I'm not that good of a rerouter. So what you do is, like I said, to avoid breakage of needles, we're just going to go right here. Okay, so you're going to stick that in there while you're putting the hair on your needle, and so that's going to widen the hole. That helps prevent needles from breaking. Now, when you first start out, if you break a lot, that's normal, but as you go along and you get more practice, one of these needles has lasted me for 3 years, and I reroute a lot, so it just takes practice. So what you're going to do is you're going to wrap the hair around your finger like this, and you're going to grab onto it, okay? So that hair is not going anywhere while you're rerouting. And you want to just take a little bit of hair. Now, I know, like that, okay, you're still holding it, and you just take it off like that. Now, I know the impulse is to get a lot of hair for your plug, but you really only need a few strands, and I know it's going to seem thin as you're going, but you can always add more hair in later, but you can't take it out unless you want to rip everything out. So this will help the hair to disperse more evenly. You won't go through so much hair in a hank, and you will I can't even think tonight. Yeah, it's going to be thinner, and it's going to lay nicer, because if you do heavy, thick hanks, it's going to weigh the head down, and the head's going to kind of want to flop all over the place. So what we're going to do here is we're going to take this strand, and see, I'm still holding onto the hank with the other, and you're going to wrap it around your finger across the nail bed like that. I don't know if you can see because I'm wrapping my arm around here. Hold on. Okay, so you have it wrapped around your nail bed, and you're holding it tight with your thumb and middle finger. And sorry about my nails, they're jacked up. I was biting them from being nervous, and I really need some acrylics. So anyways, you're going to take, I don't know if you can see, the longer end of the prong, and you're going to scoop up the hair. Now see, it's a very thin strand, so the thicker the strand, the harder it is on the two prongs, because this is basically what it is a cut needle. So that's already been weakened some from being cut. So you want a very thin strand, and this is going to prevent any needles from breaking. So now that you are ready, you can take this thumbtack out of the head. And then you just put it against the hole like that. And see how I'm still holding the hair with my hand and holding the tool. And you're just going to pop it in like that. Let go of the hair, pull out, and that's it. And you can see I haven't lost any hair. And that's all you have to do. And just make sure. So the trick of the trade is to make sure that you do thin, small hanks, or small plugs, I mean. Keep it wrapped around your finger so you don't lose any extra hair, you don't have any tangling, and you don't have a mess to clean up after you're done. And you can actually, this will help you to root a whole lot faster than you did before by, you know, laying it on the table and pulling it up a little at a time. Because as you can see with her hair in her head, if I'm going to try and pull a little bit of strand, you can see how it kind of, the rest of it kind of goes all over the place. So just to keep it nice and clean, it's nice to do this. And then you can reroot anywhere you go and not have to worry about having a mess. So I'm happy to answer any questions about rerooting. Do you have to root from the middle of the strands, or can you use the ends? If you want, well, this is already super long hair. I'm going to lift her up. You can see this is like the length of down to her ankles, because I did not cut it in half. I wanted a longer look. Usually I cut the hanks in half. If you want to use the ends of the strands like this, I would suggest using the needle knot method. And this works good if you have like the ombre hair that I have and you just want to cut so much off of it. She woke up again. Sorry, Shannon, gotta go. So happy you like your tacky. She's not a tacky deer. She's a gorgeous deer, but thank you very much. And I'll save this so you can watch later. So tell Faye I said hi. But okay, so if you want to do the ends, and this is actually, like if you were to cut this in half and you still want the same length, take a long needle, which I do sell in my store, and you would thread it like you would hand sew something, the needle knot method. Well, about rooting, yeah, doing it from the ends is just going to make it fall out. So you go from the middle, because it has to, I'll show you again. I'm going to grab a small end, because if you were to go from the end, you're just going to have, that's going to fall out a lot easier, a lot quicker, even if you glue it on the inside. So I go from the middle of the hank. And if you want it shorter, you can cut the hanks in half. And you can do it at different lengths. But like I said, if you wanted to do a more tedious method, but this, you would do it like you were hand sewing something, and you would knot the ends, and then you wouldn't even have to glue the inside of the head, because the hair would be knotted and it would stay in there, and you could brush it and it would be playable. Does anybody have any other questions? You can ask questions about the swaps. You can ask questions about customizing or different types of doll hair. There's three different types of herring methods that you can use. Like I showed you the rerooting tool one. I just talked about the needle knot method, which if you go to my Etsy shop, there's a hair guide. Tells you about all the different types of hair that I sell, and how to work with each kind, how to tell them apart, and it shows you with color pictures how to do the needle knot method. And then there's the lock and loop method, which is like the factory style, which I have not tried yet, so I'm not going to do. It makes it like really stuck in the head and not able to go anywhere. So which type of hair material do you personally like working with best? Nylon, monofiber. It just depends on what kind of look I'm going for. I tend to stick personally towards like monofiber and nylon and kiwi hair, which is a new type of fiber that they just started making about 2013. I've been selling since 2011, 2012, like the end of 2011. And they just came out with kiwi about 2013, and that's what a lot of the toy companies are replacing doll heads with. Monster High dolls either have Saran or doll grade Kanekalon, which the doll grade Kanekalon is really pretty. It's very, very soft, but it breaks easily with needles. You can root with it with a rerooting tool, but it's just a little bit harder. But I tend to stick towards, I'll use pretty much anything. I like Saran. If you're just starting out, I'd recommend the nylon, kiwi, or monofiber. I have to go now. Thank you for the information in the live stream. Bye. Have a nice night. What do kiwi fibers feel like? They feel like silk. It's gorgeous hair. I showed it in one of my last streams. It was the peach and the coral kiwi. It comes in metallic fibers, and then it comes in regular. But yeah, it's so nice to work with. It's like nylon, only it's silkier than nylon. So, but yeah, you can dye it with regular dyes like RIT dyes and Jacquard acid dyes or any other kind of acid dyes. And you can also do the same with nylon, Saran, polypropylene, monofiber, Kanekalon. I think that's it. All of those cannot be dyed because they're not porous materials, and you can dye them. They do have special dyeing products, which is called iDye Poly or Dye More. So if your hair does not dye using regular RIT or acid dye, then it's not nylon or kiwi. How does it handle heat? The kiwi or the kiwi and the handles heat just like nylon. So you can boil perm it. You can it does better with a wet heat than it does with a dry heat. So opposed towards for nylon and kiwi, if you're going to try using a curling iron, I would do on the very, very, very lowest settings, and I would definitely try a strand that's not in the head, because they will get a little melty. But you can boil permit. I've stuck My Little Ponies in the oven with the hair, with the nylon hair and kiwi, and they do just fine when I was trying to bake some of the polymer clay. Monofiber works usually best with, and this is monofiber, usually works best with like a curling iron or flat iron. You can use boiling water on it. You can do a boil perm. It's just a little harder to do. You would just stick it into the boiling water for about 4 to 5 seconds, and then into a bowl that's filled with ice and water for about 4 to 5 seconds, and repeat that about 6 times, and then let dry overnight in the curlers, and it will hold the perm permanently. So, but yeah, the kiwi is very easy to curl. You can boil perm it. You can actually, it could hold your curls if you just wrapped it around the straws or whatever and left it sitting for about a week or so. It should hold a curl for quite a while if you're just wanting like a temporary kind of curl and not a permanent. But ginger motif, you were asking about all this. It's I should have sent you that guide I was telling you about, the hair guide, and everything's in there. There's like 57 pages, so you're welcome. So I mean, like, if you want to reference back to that if you forget, because kind of talk fast and it's a lot of information at once. Any other questions? I'll probably end up closing out of here pretty soon, and I think I'm going to crawl back into bed. Hello. I'll just show you guys the custom that Fantasia Customs made me again, because she is so pretty. She's inspired off of my love for the vintage, like 50s deer. Sorry, got harassed by the hubby of this. I'm already been asked. How many hanks does it take to make a full head of hair? For Monster High, it really depends. For beginners, I usually suggest about between 4 to 6 hanks of hair. Simply because they tend to, go through a lot, and if you root really thickly, then I would say 4 to 6. I have gotten away with like 3 to 4 hanks. Love you, Shannon. I have to go. Bye. Yeah, I'd say anywhere. I to be on the safe side, 4 to 5 hanks for a head. I usually get extra just in case, and then I have extra sitting around if I want to add in some highlights to another doll. But the typical amount I would say is 4 to 6, and for once you go like shorter lengths and stuff, 3 to 5. I'm sorry, I'm stuttering all over the place tonight because I just not feeling the greatest. But so have a nice night, Nicole. I mean, she's got a cute little furry butt. So any other questions? Working your way up to doing a reroot. Yeah, like I said, just make sure you do small, thin strands because it's very easy to break your needle. But if you ever have any questions, and I'm not on Instagram, you can always message me on my Etsy shop at Retro Dolls US, and I'm always happy to answer any questions. If a certain type of hair is not currently in stock on my Etsy, how long is it usually before it comes back in stock? Usually not until somebody orders it. But if you have requests, because I make so many orders, a week, so I can put it on the top of the list of what to order. My dolls are beautiful. Thank you. This one was made by Fantasia Customs, and the ones that you see on my Instagram are from other artists. Some of them are by me, but not the majority of them are by other artists, and they're linked in the descriptions. Any type of needle that I should aim for, I would go for the smallest needle for doll heads. Usually they'll say what size needles they are. My needles are not sized in my shop, but yeah, you want to go for a smaller sized one. Hello. How are you guys tonight? This is a doll that Amanda made for me. How am I? I have the flu, so I'm feeling kind of gross right now. I'm about ready to log off here in a minute and just crawl back in bed, but hello. I was telling everybody, I was showing everybody this doll that Amanda gave me, and she sent me some peanut M&Ms. I'm good. My finger's still healing from my cactus. Ow. Well, don't go sticking your finger on a cactus. I'll feel better. Thank you. I hope to. I was working till about 7 o'clock from 2 p.m. Friday till 7 a.m. on orders, and then I had to stop because I was just feeling so rotten. So today I haven't really gotten anything done because I don't really like to work on orders while I'm feeling sick, because I don't want to send anything to anybody. And my knee from my surgery has really been bothering me. I think it's with the weather acting up and everything because we just got some snow. So you were watering Mr. Amigo. Is that the name of your cactus? I like that. And thank you. So, but yeah, and I was showing everybody this sweater that Soul Cookies Co. Dolly made me. And she made me this matching hat. And then I'll show you the eyes again that she made me because they're really gorgeous. And they're available in her shop. It's Soul Cookies Co. Dolly on Instagram. And her Etsy is Tiella Nicole, which is TIELLANICOLE. So this one you can see has a little spider in the middle, and I got this for next year's Halloween dolls. And she can do custom orders too, so. And this one is hard to see, but that's a little bat on the inside. It's super cute. And for steampunk, you can see the little cogs on the inside. I haven't decided if I'm going to use this for the steampunk swap or not. I guess it depends on. Oh, I hope you feel better soon. Bye. Bye. Have a nice night, and thank you. But I guess it depends on if my partner wants inset eyes or not. If not, then I'll probably just make this for a different doll. And this one is my absolute favorite one because I love all things pastel and glittery. So, and I have some realistic looking eyes too. How do I do inset eyes? Well, I have not done this personally yet. I do plan on it, but there's a lot of great tutorials on YouTube. Moonlight Jewel has one. I'm pretty sure Mozikito has one. But what you would do is you would take an X-Acto knife, which you have to be really careful doing, and you would cut along the edges of the eyes, and then you would want to file it really well. So this is the first time you've heard my voice. Even when you're feeling crappy poo, you still have a sweet voice. Thank you very much, sweetie. 1 or 2 more dolls. I'll be comfortable signing up on a swap. I want to so bad. I just don't want to let somebody down with a bad swap doll. Well, I'll look at I'd love to see your customs. A lot of people get super nervous. Even like advanced people get nervous. I know like Moonlight Jewel and a few other people get really nervous about their dolls and are afraid that they won't, that their partner won't like them. And everybody knows that we all work super hard on our dolls. And yeah, even you, I get nervous too. I have 3 swap items going out this week. 2 dolls and a pony, and I've been doing custom ponies for 10 plus years, and I still get nervous. So Dude, my dolls are like meh, but that's in my opinion. Others like them. I like your dolls. It's just, you know, I think they're fine. I saw what you're working on so far. I think your partner's going to love it. So I think we're all a lot harder on ourselves than, because we want to do such a good job. But I think that's more in our heads than what other people think, because, you know, a lot of my customs I don't like at all, and you can see them on my main page, Retro Dolls US, not the Retro Dolls US feature. And I don't like my customs at all, and other people like them. So, you know, I think we're all a lot harder than you're in 5 swaps. I'm in almost all of the swaps, and I'm hosting about, there's 18 going right now, and 3 of them are ending. But yeah, so I've got a lot of swaps coming. People criticize themselves more than they should. Yep. And you're in the color palette one, correct? Well, I'm going to have to get going here. My dog's about to run out here and start barking, so I will talk to you guys later. Love you guys. Bye.